Good evening and welcome, race fans. Tonight we're here with the season opener of SRA, the Double A Cup Series, Gen 6 Series, whatever you want to call it. Got to get used to this one here. Got in the booth with me here, Brett Poncari. Welcome, Brett.
Hey, Harry, thanks for having me aboard here for the season opener for the Double A Gen 6 Series.
Well, what are we expecting here tonight, Brett? I know there's going to be some, looks like some carnage going to happen out here. But we're hoping not, but what are we expecting here for, what are they running, 90 laps? Yeah, 90 laps here tonight.
90 laps here tonight, and what I've been seeing in practice so far, the draft's going to be pretty good on both sides of the track. High line and low line going to be pretty even, though I think the longer we go into a run, that outside line might be the better off, because earlier in February now, the tires will wear off and the car will get tight, but different conditions out here tonight.
Yeah, I'm just kind of not sure what to expect. I'm trying to think back in my memory banks, and my memory's pretty short these days, to remember when I've seen these guys run Gen 6s. Usually we've always ran trucks or like the Xfinity cars or something like that, and it's been a long time since I've seen them in Gen 6 cars, so I really don't know what to expect. It looks like the draft is going to be the most important factor here tonight, and keeping your car, all the fenders square on it, making sure that you don't have any damage.
And that's the really big thing, is to avoid the big one. Whenever that happens, then you're going to strategize yourself to be either at the front or at the back to avoid the big one and be right there at the end. And keeping those fenders clean is definitely important, especially at the end. It's not like we see a lot of real life races, you can put like another nose on the car and you'd be fine. Just one little crinkle in the wrong spot and you can really kill your hopes of a win here tonight.
Yes, sir. I was just watching these guys coming in pit road here, and it looks like pit road entrance is going to be a killer for some of these guys too. What is the pit window here? What do we expect for a pit window, Brett?
Well, I want to say it might be around 40. I want to say maybe 45 laps or so. That might be a little bit off on that, but of course, all depends if we get to that long run to be able to get the green flag, because there's always potential for danger. There's even potential for danger if you're coming down for your green flag, especially under braking, to brake into the pit low speed, because you time it wrong or you're braking too hard, that thing can jump out and sideways and it can cause a pileup. Communicate is also key to avoid a lot of big wrecks out here, especially coming into pit road. Absolutely.
I say that every week. Communication is probably one of the top key factors in there, especially when you're working in a draft like this here, you're running in a pack. We're going to see 2 wide, possibly even some 3 wide racing here, and communication, letting the driver know around you what your intentions are, that is a big key to keeping everybody's car in one piece.
No doubt, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get some pretty wide racing, especially at the end. On the town level these guys have, they're not afraid to stick their noses in there and make it pretty wide.
All right. Well, we're about a minute and a half away from qualifying, folks, so thanks for joining us. We appreciate it right here on MaxSpeedTV, and thank you to iRacing for allowing us to broadcast to the iRacing Live portal, and special thank you to Jack Davidson for all the behind-the-scenes work he does to make that happen for these leagues. Well, the car seems to look pretty stable out here. I'm watching a few of these guys racing around each other. A lot of dicing going to happen, though. I mean, these guys are dicing high lane, low lane, and everybody's looking for that edge to come off of a turn and maybe get a run on somebody. But draft is it just kind of keeps you at bay right there.
Yeah, pretty much. And with the weather we do have tonight, it's going to have a lot of grip out there. With the track temperature only being 67 degrees Fahrenheit, there should be a lot of grip out there. And I think these guys they'll make it a lot easier for these guys to maneuver around and to pick the lines today. But it's always going to be where the momentum is going to be going. You have to always keep an eye on where the momentum is on the high line or low line. And that'll kind of determine where you want to go, whether you'll be up at the front or not.
Right. Okay, folks, well, we're just about ready to take on the qualifying here, so we will step away real quick, play our national anthem, be right back here, and give you full race coverage here of the SRA AA Gen 6 Series.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back here. Qualifying is underway. Right now, Kane Cook with the top spot there with a 47.432. That's liable to change, though. We've got some pretty fast guys out here, so that's liable to change.
Probably will be liable to change. And just as soon as I say that, REI just took the fastest time with 47.373.
Dang, that's a fast lap.
Now, of course, the super speedway races, they only got one lap to make their qualifying run, so they have to get the momentum going right out of pit road. So they have to get as much speed on there, get up the speed lap as they can, because they only got one lap to do it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, only one lap. I forgot about that. One lap at the super speedways. Yeah, sitting right here looking at it. They got two laps, which means one is the out lap and the other one is their one lap of qualifying.
Pretty much, exactly. And of course, all the other races are the group qualifying, which you do see a lot in the real world nowadays.
Mr. Beach back in 14th. Nevian Robinson rounds out the top 20. Eric Sable, 21st. Last one to take a qualifying time, Trevor Pertelli back in 25th. And we've got a lot of non-qualifiers. Wow, about, 9 non-qualifiers, something like that.
Yeah, around there, a lot of guys probably liking to start at the back of the field, or hoping to start at the back of the field to avoid potential big ones. once, and there's always a strategy just to where you want to qualify too.
We got more guys joining here now, so I'm trying to find where Jeff Dotson took a qualifying time. Jeff's in the booth with us here. He's going to be our in-race reporter, giving us a rundown of what's going on out there on the track, and probably help us if he gets wrecked out. We're hoping he doesn't. Hoping he can run this all the way. So, all right, looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying. Let's get down here to the grid. Let's see. Okay, starting on the pole, Ariotti with a 47.373. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Kyle Putz will start on the outside of the front row in second. Bobby Zielinski third. Kane Cook starting fourth. Derek Bordeaux fifth. Caden Henry starting sixth. Josh Robbins seventh. Bobby Maiden eighth. Lachlan McMillan ninth. Logan Clampett 10th. Anthony Emery starting 11th. Delonte Ballard back in 12th. Bobby Cheney starting 13th. Daniel Losi 14th. Mr. Beach starting 15th. Ronnie Norman 16th. Freddie De La Rosa 17th. Ryan Hunt 18th. Femi Olat starting 19th. Adam Baker starting 20th. Barry Leclerc 21st. Nevian Robinson 22nd. Eric Sable starting in the 23rd position. Jeff Dotson 24th. Dwayne Culberson 25th. Randy Roberts 26th. Trevor Pertelli 27th, and it was the last one to take a qualifying time. First one to not take a qualifying time, Caleb Eisenhower. David Shutt starting 29th, and I believe Justin Gable is officiating. Sean Williams starting 31st, Chris DeJong 32nd, Nevian Dunas. Is that how you say that, Dunas?
Yeah.
Starting 33rd, and Spencer Owens 34th. All right, let's get down here to the grid. Man, that was a great lap by Ariotti, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Definitely for sure. And he probably, like I said, got all the speed he could on that out lap to be as smooth as possible and not move around much and keep your speed up.
Yeah, it's amazing how sensitive these cars can be, you know, and it just a slight little bobble in a turn can slow you up that much. A tenth of a second. I mean, I know that's not much, but you know, every tenth counts out there on the track. Got a few guys that did not start the race too. Caleb Eisenhower did not start.
Could be electing to start from pit lane, but we'll see when we get going who actually started.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight for the season opener of SRA, the Double A Gen 6 Series. This is where it all starts, right here at Daytona, USA, folks. We're ready to get them going here. They come out of turn 4, we will light them up and kick them in the butt, get them out, get them going. This is going to be exciting. This is my kind of racing right here, Brett.
Oh, definitely is. Like I said, they are the only crazy ones out there, and you're about to see why.
Pace cars in. Green, green, green. Everybody gets up to full speed. It'll take them pretty close to a full lap to get all the way up to full speed. We're going to see well over 200 miles an hour here easily. Going into turn 1, Ariotti got a little bit of a run here.
He got a great jump in the start. Bobby Zielinski on the inside of I got Kyle Putz looking to take number 2 spot. He's got there at Bordeaux a free car tandem on the inside line. There's a couple of cars dropped to the apron that falls in the back. Looks like Anthony Embry and Freddie De La Rosa.
Yes, they're going all the way back. They don't like what's going on up there, and I can't hardly say that I blame them. It looks a little rough up there. They're going to fall all the way back. Anthony Embry. Randy Roberts did start on pit road. He is now 22 seconds behind as Bobby Zielinski takes over the lead and leads the very first lap of the season opener here. He cuts it down in front of Ariotti, dumping off his partner, Kyle Putz.
Yeah, he jumped out of line on the inside line, got in front of Putz and used the momentum on the outside line. He got the lead away, and now Derek Bordeaux looks to go up the outside. Ariotti goes to the outside, and they might leave Zielinski out to dry, and he's going to be all by himself. Josh Robin's going to fill the hole in the inside line to go in the 3 and 4, but now Ani wants to take the lead back.
He wants to lead this lap to get that point, and he does have a nose, but I think, well, that was so close. Zielinski will lead that lap. Kyle Putz gets shuffled back to 6th place now. Lachlan McMillan passing him up on the inside. These guys are starting to get single file back here, want to turn some laps and get them chewed up here. Nevian Robinson back in 13th.
Yeah, it looks like right now they're all going to get single file on the inside line. Only 2 cars on the outside line in the front of the pack, that being Audi and Bordeaux. And they're going to probably just ride it out, like you said, and try to log a bunch of laps in if they can.
Yeah, they're dropping. Unless they can get 3 or 4 more cars up there to help them, they're going to just continue to drop. Ariotti now goes back to 6th place and still dropping. 7th place, so he's going backwards. Logan Clampett in 8th, coming up through the field here.
It's pretty well single file throughout a good majority of this field. I look back, even where Bobby Cheney's in 27th, they are all single file riding that inside line.
Delonte Ballard getting a good jump right here. Gets by Ariotti. Ariotti's going to have to duck it down to the bottom here to stay in the draft, and he does. Driving the Furniture Road Toyota tonight. Derek Bordeaux will round out the top 10. Let's go back in the field here. Spencer Owens, 24th position. One of the last ones in that group as they're all nose to tail all the way back to 24th. Jeff Dotson by himself here looking for a teammate in 25th. David Shutt with a small group back here. Chris DeJong, Bobby Cheney with a newly painted car, and Trevor Pertelli. Those guys rounding out together. Now Freddie De La Rosa and Anthony Embry are well off the pace here, 16 seconds behind that pack. But this was by design, as we seen them just pull down to the inside and let the whole field go by, and boy, they lost the draft quickly. Well,
they did lose
go ahead.
They did lose the draft quickly because there's only 2 cars in line. Usually you get more than 2 cars in line, you can get more speed to keep up with those guys. But with them just being just those 2, they're going to lose time to the leaders.
Yes, they're dropping like a rock back there. Well, it's been all Bobby Zielinski out front, so he's led all 5 laps that they've turned, coming to lead the 6th lap. Josh Robin right there 2nd, Kane Cook 3rd, Lachlan McMillan 4th, and Kyle Putz. That's your top 5.
Whoa, Bordeaux's spinning on the front straight. He got sideways. He saves it, though. No, he doesn't. He's spinning.
And no caution. And he gets it going straight. Let's see what happened here. Let's see if we can't catch what happened. He gets a little bump there from Mr. Beach in the back. I think he got that sandwich effect off of him and Delonte Ballard. And it looked like he did have it saved. Oh, boy. Wow. Good save, though, but boy, it's going to put him clear back. 29th position now.
Yeah, he almost had that save. When Beach got him that big shove, he was right on Delonte Brown. He went to the inside, I guess, to avoid any contact with Delonte, but he caught the apron. But he did a heck of a job to not destroy that car. At least he still got a fighting chance, but he needs a yellow.
Yeah, because that would have, if he would have went into the inside wall there, it would have been over. Way to lock it down. On the backstretch. Coming up on some lap traffic here already. Coming up on Randy Roberts. Randy not that far ahead of these guys, and he's praying for a caution right now.
Yeah, like I said, he started from pit road. So if that being single file, he's going to be a lap down. Now the next car up ahead of him is Caleb Eisenhower, but he is actually 5 laps down already. So right now, Randy Roberts would be in the lucky dog position.
Yeah, Caleb out here all by himself. Like you said, starting on pit road, going to be 5 laps down. Brand new car though. He's got a little bit more fuel and a little bit more tires on that car right now. Looks like Randy Roberts is going to get the heck out of the way from this charging crowd coming around. Whoops. Sorry, wrong button. I hit the volume button. Whoops. And the lead pack does get by Randy Roberts.
Going back to a group here, we have for 15th on back, that's Daniel Deloche, Adam Baker, Dwayne Culberson, Nevian Robinson. All these guys, they are side by side in this pack, and that's not what you want if you want to catch the leaders. Because those guys are side by side, and guys like Ronnie Norman, Ryan Hunt, Sean Williams, Nathan Dumas, and Spencer Owens, they're wondering why are you guys side by side, but now it looks like they're starting to get settled out.
Yeah, we've got some pretty good racing right there between Adam Baker and Dwayne Culberson, and Dwayne finally gets in behind Adam and says, yeah, we're side by side, we're not going anywhere if we're side by side.
Exactly, there's more tend to ride in the line like this, and you can usually catch them in action. They're not that far off from catching Eric Sable and Caden Henry. They're at the back of the lead pack.
Yeah, they're trying to hang on to the draft there of Ariotti, which Ariotti's now in 11th. We've seen him up there actually with our pole setter, and he gets shuffled all the way back to the tail end of that lead group. And it's been all Bobby Zielinski up front, leading his 11th lap of the race. He's logging them laps to collect the bonus point for leading the most laps. That's what he's doing.
Definitely what he has right now. And of course, with the draft times being a little bit different on these Cub cars than what you may have seen in the Xfinity Series, it's a little harder to get right close to the other car's bumper. More like you have to have more cars in a certain line to get the runs you want to move up to the front. There may be a chance you can get bump draft a guy, but it's harder to stay on the rear bumper of a car when you're drafting to get real close to them. So that's why you're seeing all these little gaps here in this draft. They could also be playing with their throttles, trying to maintain a certain gap to keep the temperatures cool.
Yeah, that's going to be another key factor here tonight, is keeping those cars nice and cool. They leave just enough of a cushion of air between them that it does help, but it's not really enough, because when you're only like 3 feet off the bumper of the guy ahead of you, you're not getting enough air in that car. And that's why a lot of times you see these guys kind of dodge out just a little bit, maybe to get a little air in that radiator without losing the draft.
Well, one thing you've seen some guys do is if you're leading, your group, you can kind of move up just a little bit to the right side, away from that yellow line, and the car behind can have a little bit. Sorry about the phone. You have the car on the inside to kind of stay on, poke out just a little bit and get a little bit of air to cool your engine.
Right. Femi Olat there now in 10th place.
Bobby made it in the third. I've been noticing him. He's been trying to get a look to the outside. I don't know if he's trying to start running the outside line or he's just getting some air. But I've been noticing the last few laps, he's actually been trying to poke his nose out. He may be looking to make a move to maybe go up to the front.
I think if he could get 2 or 3 guys to follow him out there, he'd probably take a chance on it. But if you dive out there by yourself and you're just going to go backwards, and there's going to be somebody right there to fill that hole. And I'll tell you what, Logan Clampett is eager to do that.
That is the risk of going out of line, especially in a single file line like this. You may think someone's going to go with you, but they may just dump you and you'll go right in the back.
Yes, sir. And it looks like Femi Olat now takes it to the outside there for a quick second. Might have been to get some air or thinking maybe Ariotti would go with him. But he does not want to take that chance and get out there by himself. Caden Henry and Eric Sable still trying to reel that group in, and Daniel Losi leading another group back here, 14th on back. And we got another group. Wait, we got wrecking going on. There's the first caution of the race. Daniel Losi, I just seen get into it. Let's go see what happened here, folks. Comes across the stripe okay. Number 57 right there of, who is that?
Adam Baker.
Okay, Adam Baker actually got into the back of him, kicks him up to the upside of the track there, and we got a couple other guys going to get into it. Oh my, there's going to be a bunch of tore up cars out here now. Sean Williams got a piece of the action there. Oh my. Lots of tore up cars. All of them right there. Probably about 6 or 7 cars going to be tore up pretty bad. Well, there's the caution that like Randy Roberts needed. Not that these guys wanted to see a caution, I'm sure, but that was the caution he needed to see.
Definitely gets up back in the lap, but what happened, Baker, they basically just what we call like bumper hooked him. He was trying to stay instead lined up with Daniel Loesch, but he hooked him, and then Culberson reacted and he hit the wall, and then collected Nevy and Robinson, Ronnie Norman, Sean Williams. Randy Roberts got a slight piece of it, not very much. I think Ryan Hunt was in it as well, and Nathan Dunas is also involved in this one.
Well, let's see. These guys are going to probably come to pit road here. They've been out here for quite a while. Want to top off that tank of fuel, probably get some new tires. I don't look for them to change a whole bunch of tires here. I look for maybe some 2-tire changes, all for track position, because track position is going to be very important here today.
Definitely will be important. Eventually, you will have to make a 4-tire eventually, but there's definitely a good opportunity. I think if there's only 18 laps into run, you can probably change just only right-side tires. And Beach and Ariai just collided on pit road because Ani missed his stall.
Oh my. Well, Mr. Beach looks like he just went right on through, never stopped. And so did Ariotti. But they'll probably go around and come back in. That did put Mr. Beach in the lead. Josh Robin will come off of pit road first with a 2-tire change. I guess I put Ariotti in the lead, I guess. Ariotti will be in the lead. Mr. Beach will be second.
What happened was he missed his pit stall, so he went to go on and go back out, but he was on the inside lane. He didn't realize where Ari's box was, and they collided in pit road.
Oh my. Well, there's that communication thing right there that I was talking about earlier, Brett. You know, making sure that you are communicating with other people out there on the track. But let me see if I can get See if we can get somebody down here. How about we talk to Adam Baker? Adam Baker, do you have a copy? Adam Baker, do you have a copy? Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Hey, Adam, what happened out there, brother? I mean, boy, that looked pretty rough. It looked like maybe you got a little bumper hook off of him. What did you see?
I looked back at the replay. Looked like it might have been a little bit of net code because we were going into the turn about the same speed. I didn't even get 0x for contact or anything, so I think it was maybe a little net code, but yeah, it just turned him and then I got caught up in it.
Dang, man. Well, tough break for both of you. Are you going to be able to get your car fixed up to get back out?
I got about 30 minutes of damage, so I might be able to make it out for a little bit, but we'll see.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Well, up until that point, how was the car feeling on the track? Pretty good with that cold temperature?
Yeah, it's pretty tight, but not too bad overall. The high line doesn't work too great yet, but I think later on in the race it might kind of come into play.
Very good, very good. All right, well, sorry about your luck there, and hopefully you can get fixed up and get back out there, Adam. We'll be watching to see if you can get on the track, okay?
All right, thanks, Rudy.
All right, thanks for talking with us. Okay, well, now I'm showing Josh Robin in the lead. I'm not sure who's in the lead here.
Well, Beach and Ani did come into the pits to get their service done. So, yes, Robin is in the lead now.
Very good. Well, we got a few guys that have taken their cars behind the wall. Nevian Robinson, Ronnie Norman, and Daniel Losey. Sitting on pit road getting damage fixed is Dwayne Culberson, Adam Baker, Nathan Dunas, Sean Williams. All sitting on pit road getting damage fixed. Tough break, first caution of the race. I hate to see people get their cars tore up like that, Brett, and they spend all week practicing for an event like this. But, this is super speedway racing. This is what we expect. When there's a wreck like that, as close as these guys are running to one another and the speeds that they're running, whenever there's a wreck, you're bound to get caught up in something somewhere along the line, So that's why a lot of these guys either like to be clear at the front of the field or stay way back off of the pace. And those guys were toward the back of the field, so, but that's where the wreck happened.
Well, exactly, because whenever a wreck happens and you're like right near it, it's so hard to react or get rolled down in time. You always better be up at the front or way at the back. But sometimes if you do those strategies, it can still bite you. It could be a wreck if you have it right at the front of the field. So there's always a bit of a game of chance of what your strategy could be.
Well, their lights are off on the pace car. We're doubled up here. We're going back green. Josh Robin on the inside. Lachlan McMillan on the outside of the front row. Ready to get restarted here on lap 21. Lots of racing to go here, folks. All right, pace car's in. Green, green, green. Pretty good start by everybody. Eric Sable tucked right up underneath the back bumper there of Josh Robin. And Femi Olat right along with them.
Bobby Zelensky drops down inside of Lachlan. He's going to hang him out to dry on the outside line. But yeah, Stable got a terrific start, and he was right in the back of Josh Robin, and now the field is leaving Lachlan McMillan out to dry.
Kane Cook back into the mix of things here. 5th place for Kane. Looking to get a victory here today at SRA. We'll be watching Kane. Caden Henry getting a big break here up into the top 6. Kyle Putz now back on the show here. This is good. Good to see Kyle back in there. Delonte Ballard in 8th, Lachlan McMillan 9th, and Logan Clampett. That's your top 10.
Speaking of guys who have recovered, remember that spin from Derek Bordeaux earlier? He got the caution, and now he's back in the top 15. He's at the 13th.
Yes, sir. Good job by him. He didn't get any damage, and that's always a good thing. I see right behind him, Jeff Dotson. Now, Jeff, his paint did finally show up. The Bandit, 3/4 of the way through the, halfway through the race, whatever, but Jeff finally showed up on the car. Very good. But up to 14th for Jeff Dotson. Josh Robin continuing to lead now up front. After Bobby Zielinski led the first 17 laps till that caution come out. Everybody was just content riding at that time. It looks like we're starting to get into that window again here where everybody's just riding here single file. They're all the way, let's see, I'm looking at them all the way back to Bobby Cheney in 23rd. They're single file.
Everyone's getting in line once again to kind of just ride it out, like you said, and just long as many laps as possible. As right now, we got 24 cars on the lead lap as of right now. The last car on the lead lap is Anthony Emery. He has just come out of turn 4. He is 24th right now, just crossing the finish line now.
Yeah, he come out late, and that's at least he's back on the lead lap, but that's it's not going to be good for him. He's going to get passed up here if this thing stays green much longer. But back up front, nose to tail all the way back. What a line of cars back through there. Pushing 200 miles an hour easily in the draft here, folks. Well over 200. I see 203 hit there for 205. I mean, they're hitting 205 going into turn 3. That's picking up a lot of speed.
They got a lot of speed. And going back to what Adam Baker was saying earlier, he was saying that the car was getting a little tight. It makes me wonder if they stay on this low line, the longer the run goes, if cars are going to start migrating toward the outside line to save their tires a little bit more.
Riding along here with Logan Clampett, looking ahead to the rest of the field up there. Let's go all the way back here to Bobby Cheney. And you can see the line of cars all the way from 1st to 21st, 1.9 seconds. As they come around a complete lap 26. Barry Leclerc on the outside, and the number 7 of Trevor Pertelli. And we got some checking up going on here. The car's getting a little wiggly. Ariotti was a little squirrely there coming off of the turn, but he manages to hang on to it.
Got a little bit of separation at the pack. We were on board with Shane. It looked like Lachlan McMillan and David Shutt were trying to get something going on the outside line, but something happened, and now these guys have broken up from the main pack to where Derek Bordeaux is.
Yes, Chris DeJong goes back here, and Jeff Dotson gets shuffled all the way back to 23rd. I didn't see what happened there. He was running up in 14th a minute ago.
Looked like I caught a glimpse of it. He may have got shoved up to the outside line and that dropped him all the way back.
The Band-Aid car goes to the back of the field. If you see anybody taking a hit to the outside or something, Brett, let me know. We'll try to cover that. But right now, it's just a ride along here is what these guys are doing. And we see a lot of guys getting out there trying to get a little air in that radiator. Femi Olat takes it to the outside there for a minute. And so did Kyle Putz, trying to get some air in there to keep them engines nice and cool.
Exactly. And actually, speaking of guys looking to make a move, Derek Bordeaux has gone to the outside of Mr. Beach, but Lachlan McMillan says, no, I'm not going up there. I'm going to take your spot. As he's going to stay in line behind Beach.
That's exactly what he did. Yes, sir. Derek Bordeaux, we seen spin there earlier, didn't bring out a caution, and that's not what he wanted to do. But boy, just these bumper hooks are atrocious here tonight, Brett. And you know that's exactly what happened there, and that's exactly what we seen earlier in that caution with Adam Baker.
You see the field going around the lap car now of Anthony Emery. Well, that's exactly. If you don't get your bumpers squared up when you're making a bump draft in the corners, that's going to hurt. Going to hurt you, and that'll cause a wreck sometimes if you don't hook your bumpers up just right. And that's exactly what happened in that wreck with Adam Baker.
Yes, sir. Well, Anthony Emery now will fall, just kind of like blend in with these guys here. He is a lap down, but he's running right with the pack now. And he will be the lucky dog if something happens, a caution comes out, he will get right back on the lead lap. Looks like we got somebody out, David Shutt, taking it behind the wall. I did not see what happened. He's just gone.
It looks like he fell through where I'm looking at here.
Man, that's never good. Chris DeJong at the tail end of this lead group right here in 20th place. So from 1st to 20th, pretty good pack of cars.
Well, big racket, someone trying to put this on. We got chaos in 1 and 2.
Let's go take a look. Whoa, that wasn't good. Let's take a look here. And again, it could have been a bumper hook here because we got Delonte Ballard kind of wiggling behind him. And that's exactly what it was right there. Delonte Ballard got into the back of Kyle Putz. And boy, it was on from there, man. We got a lot of cars that are going to be dodging Kyle. He gets into the outside wall, and that's going to collect the 81 of Logan Clampett, but Logan's able to continue on. And boy, we got other cars that, man, there was some weird stuff going on right there. Let me tell you. And it was Anthony Emery was the one I was trying to watch there because, man, his car like totally wigged out on us. Well, anyhow, back up front. Big wreck.
Yeah, Anthony Emery, he was like kind of blinking out and was watching that, and all of a sudden saw Putz in the wall. But you said that was a bumper hook with him and Delonte Ballard. Also, Bobby Chaney got involved in that mess. Well, he ran into Kyle Putz, so Chaney's got damage as well. And Clampett got a piece of it, like you said, and a little bit for Delonte Ballard.
Jeff, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Well, Jeff, you probably had a bird's eye view of that. What did you see happen up there?
Actually, I was a little farther back than that, but I saw a couple cars crash, and I heard you guys on the radio here when you guys were commentating there say there's a crash, so that helped me back it down a little bit there. So, but yeah, I did see a couple cars go around, but wasn't really sure what happened. But like you guys said, I did see a car blink out up there, but wasn't too sure who it was.
All right, so they're all coming to pit road here. Josh Robin slides to a stop in his pit stall. Let's see if we're going to see a two-tire change or what. Two-tire change for Josh Robin, and he's out of there already.
Eric Sable actually beat him off of pit road.
Yeah, it looks like Eric may have took fuel only, from what I'm looking at here. If he took two tires, it was that was a very, very fast pit stop for Eric Sable. Well, let's go back and see if we can catch him making his pit stop here. Wow, I think that was a fuel only. I can't seem to catch it here as he come on pit road.
It was left side tires only for Eric Sable.
Oh, it was left side tires? Okay. I'm watching here right now.
Oh, and he almost smashes into Delonte Ballard.
I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a fast pit stop. 6.7 seconds he was on pit road. So, Oh, he did. He caught a piece of him. Let me see. I know we got a little time here. Let me go back here one more time, folks, and see if we can't get a better view of when he come off a pit road here, and see exactly what happened to Delonte. Eric comes in, and left sides go on. And he's away, and this is where Delonte was backing up on pit road. Now, there was some net coding there because actually Eric missed him, but I heard the crash. So that was kind of weird. But he will come out on top here.
If anything, it looks like the damage on Stable's car might be in the left rear. So it shouldn't really hurt him too much, I don't think.
Yep, I see just a tick, yep. Just a little bit of damage on that left rear. It was a slight tap, I could tell that, but you could hear it. You heard that metal crunching, but it was all net coating because he was like 2 feet from him. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. From one of the views I saw, he looked like he got by him clean.
Well, the lights are still on the pace car, so let's wonder if we could get Eric down here. Let's see where he is at. There he is. Get him up here and we'll talk to him for a minute. Eric Sable, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you had that little confrontation with Delonte Ballard on pit road, and we see a little bit of damage on that left rear. It looked to me like a lot of net coating involved in that because it looked like you really missed them, but we heard the metal crunching. Is the car okay?
I moved the car after down the pit road. Seemed fine, but I just hope it's all right because the car, me and Josh were just so strong up front, and I just really hope there's nothing wrong because I do have a chance to win this being up front and it's so hard to pass here. So I just hope it's fine, and I just hope I can stay in the lead and hold off these guys.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to see you back up front here. You do get some bonus points now for leading the lap, but how does the car feel out there tonight in the draft?
It's just weird with this draft package. You just can't suck up to anybody, and it's just the bottom lane. You can't really do nothing like last night. So, it's all about track position, really. So I'm just trying to keep it up here and stay out of the wrecking and just finish better than I did last night.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a pit stop there, Eric. But good luck out here. We'll be watching for you, buddy. See if you can get it to victory lane tonight.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
All right, Brett, we're about to go back green here. You want to get them going?
Well, indeed, you're running right now. Eric Sable was in the lead, followed by Josh Robin. Then is Caden Henry, Bobby Zielinski, Kane Cook, Ariati, Logan Clampett, Derek Bordeaux, Bobby Maiden, and Lachlan McMillan currently your top 10. With Jeff Dotson 11, Freddie Del Rosa in 12th. 13th is Trevor Patelli, 14th Mr. Beach, 15th is Ryan Hunt. Barry Leclerc will be 16th, Spencer Owens 17th, Delonte Ballard is 18th, Sammy Olak, Chris DeShong is your top 20, and Anthony Emery is the last car on the lead lap.
We'll get them started here, buddy. Give them the old green flag.
Yeah. So Eric Sable leading down with Josh Robin on the outside. Those two have been working well together. Pace car rolled in, and we're back on the way here at Daytona. Sable with a terrific jump, but that may be too big of a jump as Josh Brown to the outside lane, and Keenan Henry are trying to fill that hole in now. Sable might be a sitting duck if they're going to get a huge run on him in turn one. Keenan Henry with a big shot to the rear of Sable, and he's going to get a big slam draft. As they go on turn two, Sable holds the lead, and right now front four cars are now single file on the inside line as Sable and Henry split out to the front two spots. Bobby Zielinski behind Josh Robbins. They go 3 and 4, but again, the inside line is starting to prevail. Kane Cook moves up to number 3 spot. Robin trying to get a side draft off him, but it's just not happening. Everyone is migrating. The inside line is a complete lap 36. As the field works in the turn 1 and 2, and right now, that outside line of Robin and Zelensky not going anywhere at all.
Yeah, they're having a tough time up there right now. They need about 2 or 3 more cars up there. Even though these guys are kind of dodging around a little bit, it looks like they may have somebody that joined them up there. Looks like Kane Cook went to the outside.
Kane Cook and Logan Clampett go to the outside line. They had enough of running around as Kane Cook goes to the outside of Caden Henry, as Henry slides out a little bit out of turn 4. But the inside line is a little bit too grouped together. Bobby made it just to the outside line. Lachlan McMillan trying to fill that hole. Inside line started to prevail, though the front 2 is starting to pull away just a little bit.
And nose to tail they are, too wide all the way around here. As we're coming up on the halfway mark here in about another 7 laps. These guys are really starting to... Once we get past that halfway, Brett, you can bet these guys are going to really be cranking it up.
Cook and Clampett are hanging tough on the outside line, but they need more help right now. All the other cars are Bobby Maiden and Josh Robin, and there's 4 cars on the outside line. And you can see that they're getting right close to their sides, trying to do any side drafting, tangling, bump drafting, anything to stay up there. But again, that inside line is starting to prevail once again, as Clampett and Kane are trying to hang on, but not to be as of right now.
Lachlan McMillan right back into the mix of things. Derek Bordeaux up into 7th now. So he's had a good recovery from that spin earlier. Good recovery.
Like I said, when that yell that came out earlier in the race, that helped him.
And this is some really close racing. And you see Kane Cook duck down there, try to get a little side grab off of Ariotti. And it's just not working for them right now. This is, they, like I said, they need 2 or 3 more cars up there to help them. And it's starting to show right now. They're starting to go backwards a little bit.
Yeah, just not working out for them. You can see almost the whole field is riding the inside line. And now Kane and Clampett are just going to have to ride it out on the outside line and just kind of find a spot to fill back the line. As these guys, again, are going to look to start single file and just ride out there for a little while.
And Bobby Maiden into 9th as the caution comes out, folks. Let's go see where it's at. Oh, Ryan
Hunt.
Oh, might have been a little trouble there between him and Mr. Beach. Let's take a look. Riding on board here with Ryan Hunt, Mr. Beach right behind him. Mr. Beach back and forth on that bumper. And it looks like he did reel him up here really close into turn 3, and Mr. Beach goes way up the hill, and he tries to come back down, and he catches the back bumper of Ryan Hunt. Oh man, Mr. Beach going to get right back into him again. Looks like that's going to do both of them in, because Mr. Beach is going to have definite problems on his car now. Well, these guys come to pit road. Eric Sable thinking about pit road entrance here. I don't think they're going to come to pit road. Track position pretty important, Brett. What do you think?
Something tells me that some of these, they didn't really get that many laps in their tires. I wouldn't be surprised if they stayed out, but some of them may come in just to maybe get more fuel and see maybe if they get a long run and maybe stretch their feelers. And looks like almost everyone's coming. Oh, except Logan Clampett and Bobby Maiden stayed out for sure.
Yeah, and Lachlan McMillan. But Eric Sable comes to his pit stall. Let's see if it's going to be a 2-tire change again. I see him sitting there just long enough for fuel only. Fuel only, no tires for Eric Sable. It looks like Caden Henry beat him off of pit road, but the front 7 that stayed out Lachlan McMillan, Logan Clampett, Bobby Maiden, Bobby Zielinski, Josh Robbins, Spencer Owens, and Femi Olat. They all stay out, did not pit.
So a little bit of varying strategies. You can see those guys stay out to maintain the track position. But more than likely, they'll probably try and stay up here and hope for maybe another yellow a little bit down the line to kind of stay in cycle with the rest of the front runners. But it'll also be interesting to see if a couple of guys, I noticed a couple of guys took some right side tires, if that's going to help them as we try to give them fight back up to the front.
Trying to find Derek Bordeaux in TeamSpeak here, and I don't see him. Oh, there he is, right, looking right at him. Derek Bordeaux, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4 already.
Well, you're back in 12th, brother. What a reprieve after that spin earlier, huh? Man, that cost you a lot of track position on the track, but you've made it up now, and you're back into, looks like, almost into the top 10.
Yeah, a little mishap happened at the first few laps of the race, but wasn't too badly damaged after that spin. Made some tire changes and all that stuff to get my track position back. And, I don't know if I should pit right there, but still a long ways to go, so I don't think it's going to hurt me too bad. But hopefully I'm going to be staying up front here with this RAV package. The track position is real key, so you'll see people from now on pretty much staying out and all that, since we're like really close to the pit window. So just hoping that I can keep my car clean and get across the finish line at the end.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of cars dodging around there. It looks like they're trying to get out and get a little air in that radiator when they were all in the line. Has your car been getting a little bit warm, or you think the cool air temperature tonight on the track has been keeping the car at a pretty good temperature?
I don't know. I myself didn't get so hot because we haven't ran a long run. Well, I haven't ran a long run like bumper to bumper since I spun earlier. But I think people are trying to go to the outside or just avoid the checking up, because there's been some bad checkups. Is probably the reason I spun. But I mean, I don't know. You always keep your engine cool. That's the key. But you gotta want your lane to move, so you kind of want to stay in line too. So.
All right, Derek. Well, good luck out there, brother, and get her back to the front where you belong. You started 5th, and you're back in 11th. Got to get her back up there.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm counting on it.
Okay,
You'll
buddy.
see me up front at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, promise. I promise.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah, 10-4.
Okay, so back up front, Lachlan McMillan. As the lights go out on the pace car, we're ready to go green. Everybody doubling up here. Bobby Maiden starting on the outside of the front row.
And we got a couple of guys who just came in pit row to top off. We got Kane Cook, who just came in and topped off. Also, Logan Clampett has just come in. And also looks like Charlie Fratelli, Anthony Emery, among others.
Trying to get as much fuel packed in them cars as they possibly can. And right now we've still got 19 cars on the lead lap, last one being Trevor Pertelli in 19. David Shutt, Bobby Cheney back out on the track. Trying to pick up as many positions as they can. They've got a few guys they can pass. Mr. Beach, Ryan Hunt, and Randy Roberts on pit road yet with damage. Looks like Spencer Owens has a little bit of rear damage, right rear damage on his car, but I don't think that's going to affect the speed of him too awful much here in the draft as we're ready to go green. Oh, they're spinning. Pace car is in. And the caution comes right back out, folks. Oh no, I did not see exactly what happened there, but we got several cars that got into it there. Let's see what happened. This was just up ahead of these guys. This was right on the start of the race, too. That isn't what you want to see on the start of a race. They're coming around here out of turn 4, about to get the green flag. The cars are they're getting pretty close to one another here, and it looks like there may have been some checkup here. I'm not sure. And, oh, right there. Who was that? The number 7.
That was Trevor Portelli. I don't know what happened. Something happened.
I'm trying to find him on here, and I can't find him for some reason. Yeah, he just, I don't know, man. He just, drove up through the field here and took a whole bunch of them out.
That was one of the most bizarre things I have ever seen.
Yeah. Well, if I have seen this before, and a guy said, this is exactly what the guy told me. He said for a minute there, he said, I thought I was the only one on the track. I didn't see anybody else. So I'm kind of wondering if something similar to that may have happened to Trevor. I have seen that before.
Sometimes you get a little blinking issue or connection issue, and it's
wow.
And you only see yourself on the track. But it has to be one of those bizarre things, and it took out some good cars like Clampett, Kane Cook, and Delonte Ballard again in another incident.
Well, we're going to try this one more time here as they get lined up to go back green. Man, that was really kind of weird, Like
I said, that was definitely one of the most bizarre things I have ever seen.
Those guys just coming off pit road, they're going to have to hustle here to get caught up to the field. Kane Cook, Delonte Ballard, they are hustling.
And I just saw a text there from Portelli. He said everyone disappeared on his screen, and he went to the apron.
Dang. Well, things like that happen. Like I said, I've seen that happen before, and it's a weird thing, but there really isn't nothing. And you can't, chew the guy out for it when, it was something completely out of his control.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like Freddie De La Rosa out of the race. I'm not seeing him on the track. Did he have a wig out on us?
Yeah, Rudy, I just got intel here. Freddie lost his screens. He couldn't see nobody either.
Oh, man. Wow, what's going on with these guys? Pace car's in. Green flag is out. We're back underway here for the SRA AA Windsor Cup Series. I almost said Winston Cup. Wow, that would have been weird. And Bobby Maiden did get a chance to lead that lap, and now he comes down in front of the leader and takes over the lead here from Lachlan McMillan.
He got a good jump, and he got help from Josh Robin. But now everyone's migrated to the outside, inside line, and that just leaves Robin hung out to dry on the outside line as everyone gets to run single file. And with, unfortunately, that incident, that really dwindled down the field big time. It's going to make it harder for these guys to get up to the front.
That's a fact. Ariotti now back in 9th place. Derek Bordeaux, that would be your 10th place position. Jeff Dotson looking for a teammate, 11th place, hanging on to the front field here. Delonte Ballard right behind him, but Delonte has a lot of damage on his car after that wreck. And he's really not going to be a factor in here unless something drastically happens up front. Barry Leclerc 13th, King Cook well off the pace in 14th, and Chris DeJong coming off pit road late will be 15th place, the last one out there. Sean Williams trying to make up some positions here. 27th place, 28 laps down, but he can pass up a lot of people here and pick off positions, so that's a way to keep after it right there.
Yeah, if he, as of right now, I would say he could probably get as high as, I want to say maybe 20th or so, I believe, if he stays out there. But that, of course, depends what's going to happen the rest of the way.
Turning out to be a pretty good race now up front here, all the way back to 10th place. These guys nose to tail. Ariotti was our pole sitter, and now he's in 10th place. Jeff Dotson trying to hang on to the draft. Make it an 11-car battle up here.
Yeah, the thing with the Cup package is it's kind of harder to suck up to a car the farther back you are. I mean, if you're getting within like 0.5 or something, say like in the Xfinity or truck, it's a lot easier to make up that gap and have to get right back in this pack. So he is catching Audie's draft now, so he might be okay.
Yeah, he's going to be okay. Looks like Ari might have even lifted a little bit right there to help Jeff get caught up, which is that's pretty cool thing right there to do.
Actually, I'm looking at his speed right now. Audi might have problems. He might have damage because he is off the pace right now. He's only going 198, 199, so he might be off the pace. He might have some damage or something that might have killed his car because he is off from what the leaders are running.
Yeah, I do see a little bit of damage on the left front corner. Let me see if I can get down here a little bit closer and take a look at that. Yeah, the left side does have a little bit of damage if you look at it. That could be affecting his speed. But Maiden up front.
They got cars at the front!
And
we got flooding, and they're crashing at 3 and 4!
Oh boy, this isn't gonna be good. Let's go back and take a look at everything that happened right there. It looked to me.
Keep an eye on the front too. Lockman McMillan went below the yellow line and all heck broke loose.
I'm watching here right now as it comes down the backstretch. Yes, and he ducks it down to the bottom. And Bobby Maiden not giving him any room. He says, now wait a minute, you're not supposed to be below that yellow line, you know. And yeah, that's where it all started. And let's go back here a couple of places because this is where the guys are starting to dodge to get around all this mess. And there's where more of it come along. Caden Henry involved in it with the number 87 there of Spencer Owens. Spencer just can't get a break. I'll tell you, I feel bad for Spencer. Derek Bordeaux going to get a piece of that, and that's going to kick Derek right up to the outside wall, and he is going to get heavy damage. And I'm kind of thinking that might even have done his motor in. I see a heavy smoke coming out.
Bobby Zielinski got a piece of that as well. When he checked up, Femi Olak bashed into the rear of him as everyone was checking up. So Zielinski got damage to the rear bumper of that car. Olak got damage to the front and the rear. And I think the only guys that may have gotten away with little to no damage are Bobby Maiden, Lachlan McMillan, and I think Eric Sable.
Man, well, the field has really gotten short now.
I think short is an understatement. But yeah, it's definitely gotten smaller.
And we started out with, what, about 34 drivers, I think it was?
33 cars started this race.
And we're down to under 15, I think, on the track yet.
At least.
Well, Adam Baker did rejoin the race. He's going to be 34 laps down, but he did rejoin the race, trying to pick off a few positions. And Bobby Maiden gets off pit road first with a 4-tire change and a little damage fixed on it. But Eric Sable will take over the lead again. Him and Ariotti staying out.
it's going to be interesting when we get back going, like what cars are actually able to maintain the proper speed in the draft. Because what my thinking is, there might be 2, 3, maybe 4 cars that might have little to no damage to maintain the draft. We'll have to see when we get back going.
Yeah, let me get down here real quick and talk to Spencer Owens. Spencer Owens, you got a copy?
Yeah.
I know you're tore up, buddy, but what did you see happen up there?
Oh, I seen Lachlan dive low and just kill Bobby, and all hell broke loose.
Man, oh man, I'll tell you, your car looks pretty destroyed. Is there any chance?
Oh, we're done. Oh, we're done.
Oh, dang. You just can't seem to get a break, Spencer.
Yeah, it sucks. Well, on to next week, see if we can do anything better. It sucks. Can't help it.
I watch you every week, and it just seems like, every week you're just like in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you get taken out. So, I mean, not in the Gen 6, but in the other series too. But, well, we're sorry about it, buddy, but head off to next week, and I'm not sure where you guys at next week.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule yet.
Well, head off to next week and have a better week. Let's hope, okay?
We'll try to.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, man, tough break for Spencer. Dang. He just can't get a break, I'm telling you. Well, it looks like we got 10 cars on the lead lap, but we've got several cars back out on the track now. Freddie De La Rosa back out on the track. Sean Williams and Nathan Dunas rejoining the track here. Looks like he's got like a brand new car. He was caught up in that very first accident, if you remember, Brett, and had a lot of damage on the car, and he's got it pretty much all fixed up, so he's going to be faster than some of these other guys out here that got more damage than him. Sean Williams with quite a bit of damage. Freddie De La Rosa, another one with some, well, he did have some pretty heavy damage, but it looks like he's got most of that fixed up.
Yeah, looking at the top, at the front field, we know about Sable's damage just a little bit, and we know we've documented about Ariadne's damage. Having a look at Bobby Main, he's got a little bit just on the rear, so I think Bobby should be okay. Jeff Dodson, I believe, he should be pretty clean. I don't think he got involved in anything. Lachlan, if anything, could be on the right front when he got into Bobby Main on the back straight. Let's look at just a little bit. Femi Olad, I believe, got damage on the nose when he got into Zielinski, and he got some damage on the rear bumper as well. And Zielinski, I know, got rear bumper damage, but it's going to be to see who can stay in the draft and still have pace when we get back going.
Well, they're doubled up here. What's left of the field, boy, I'll tell you, this is not SRA's style of racing, because this is not the racing that we see week in and week out with SRA. This has just been atrocious here tonight. I'm kind of a little disappointed, Brett. I really thought I would see some better racing here by these guys.
Yeah, it is. Well, I will say that it is one unfortunate part sometimes of I guess sim racing or even league racing in general. You're going to have nights like this when everything just seems to go wrong.
Yeah.
And sometimes it happens on these super speedways more often than not.
Oh yeah, that's what I always say. There's going to be a wreck. You just don't know when it's going to happen. And when it happens, I'll tell you what, the speeds they're carrying, we've seen 205 miles an hour. There's no room for error. There's no place to go to get away from it. You don't have time to check up. And we've seen some weird things here happen tonight. We've seen net coding. We've seen a guy lost his screen and he just plowed into a few good drivers. So a lot of weird things have happened here tonight. We're about ready to go back green. Pace car is in. And there goes Eric Sable on the loud pedal. And Ariadne on the outside. Let's see, he's going to get passed up by Bobby Maiden on the bottom.
Yeah, pretty big gap on the top side now as the field starts to move down to the inside line. I don't think I's going to have the pace to stay in the draft, so he might get shoveled down a line as the front three are right up close to get her. A bit of moving around up there. And looks like now they settled in, and looks like we got about 6 cars for sure that can stay in the lead draft.
Ariotti, our pole setter, had to drop down into the bottom row there, and he will be back in 7th now as the leader continues to lead out here. Eric Sable pulling what's left of the field out here. Has kept his car fairly clean tonight. He did have just a tick of damage here earlier, but I believe he's gotten it fixed up. Bobby Maiden with a pretty clean car. Let's run around the field here real quick. What's left of it, and we'll give you a rundown where everybody started. Eric Sable started 23rd tonight. Has led 12 laps, running in up front. Bobby Maiden started 8th, led 7 laps earlier, running in 2nd. Lachlan McMillan started 9th, running in 3rd, and led 6 laps. Bobby Zielinski started 3rd tonight, led 17 laps, running in 4th. Femi Olat started 19th on the field, running in 5th. Jeff Dotson started 24th, running in 6th. A little break between him and Ariotti. Ariotti was our pole sitter, now running in 7th. Josh Robin started 7th, led 14 laps, now running in 8th. Chris DeJong started 32nd on the field, one of the survivors out here tonight from coming clear back in the field. Barry Leclerc started 21st, running in 10th. Freddie De La Rosa started 17th, running in 11th. Kane Cook started 4th, has heavy damage on the car, looks like a late model, running in 12th. Let's see some of the other guys way back. Sean Williams started 31st, running in 27th at the moment here. Nathan Dunas started 33rd, running in 28th. And Adam Baker back out on the track, started 20th, running in 29th. That's what's left of the field there, folks. Eric Sable continuing to lead here. We got about coming to 30 laps to go.
Maiden thought about having a look to the outside of Sable, but Sable was not going to have any of it. And right now, these front 3 guys of Sable, Maiden, and Lachlan, they're pulling ahead just a little bit from Zielinski and Olat. Now, they got damage on their cars or from that last wreck. And the last clean car behind them is Jeff Dodson. And right now these 3 guys are kind of like your front field as of right now, though it looks like now McMillan's going to fall back just a little bit.
Well, I know Jeff, this is his debut race here with SRA. Oh, man.
Sorry to cut you off there. Went for a crossover, but Sable wanted none of it, and they almost wrecked, and Zielinski and Ola are going to take advantage.
Well, I can say this. I believe fuel is out of the window. They don't have to worry about fuel here if my math is correct. And Bobby Zielinski, boy, with a great run there on the outside. Him and Femi Olat.
To answer the thing about fuel, I was on board with Sable's car earlier. He was saving a little bit of fuel. And more than likely, I'm expecting this race to go green throughout the rest of the race since there's not that many cars left. So fuel is a possibility here at Daytona.
Femi Olat drops it to the bottom and dumps off Bobby Zielinski.
Probably the damage they have is too much to overcome.
He's going to have to fall in behind Femi now. And that was good news for Jeff Dawson because he was about to lose that draft. The Band-Aid car. Put a Band-Aid on it, Jeff. You'll get up there. And quite the pack right behind him. Ariotti pulling a lot of cars right behind him. Josh Robin, Chris DeJong on his tail. Chris having a good run here today. His car seems to be pretty clean and pretty fast.
Yeah, DeJean does have slight damage on the front, but he's not in terrible shape, and he is running, but he is basically surviving here, and that is also a key to doing well here at Daytona.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of damage on that right front corner. Passing up a few other lap cars. We see Sean Williams picks up one more position from Kyle Putz, and that puts him in 26th. So there is enough race left here for these guys to actually pick up quite a few positions. Even clear back to Adam Baker, there was enough laps left for him to pick up a whole ton of positions here. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Last one out there on the lead lap, Barry Leclerc, and he is 21 seconds behind that lead pack right now. He's got quite a bit of damage on his car.
Yeah, front end pretty well beat out, especially on the left side of that car. Or he's running around with Sean Williams right now, but going back to the leaders here, the front three of Sable, Maiden, and Lachlan were pulling ahead just a little bit from Femi Ola, but now looks like Ola is going to come back up on McMillan. They're going to try and maybe get a run on these guys.
And here comes Jeff Dodson and I believe that's Bobby Zielinski up there. Jeff Dodson finally getting to the point where he's tired of sitting back there and not being able to move forward. And with them guys having a little damage on the car, he could wind up to be a little bit faster now that he's hooked up with Zielinski.
I'm thinking what happened, Lachlan dropped back on purpose to pick up Femi Olat and Zielinski and Dodson, and they're going a big run in the back straightaway. They might try to make something happen or just get back up to the main group and ride around some more.
Now everybody's joined back together here, them front 6 cars, and a long way back to that second group. 4.3 seconds behind the leader right now with this second group.
Starting to wonder if these cars are starting to get tight, because Staple and Maiden were running a kind of a groove up from the bottom at 1 and 2. I'm starting to wonder if those right fronts are starting to go away just a little bit on these cars. Either that, or I was just seeing things as well, especially in turn 1 and 2. They were might be getting a little tight here.
Well, they did say that the cars were feeling a little tight out there after, quite a few laps, so I don't hear anybody lifting in the turns. They're just really wheeling it right now to stay in it.
Yeah, you saw Sable there. He was went up a little bit to kind of arc it into the corner just a little bit. Here comes Bobby Minnie. He's like, nope. Sable says no. But you saw Sable was just kind of trying to arc the car a little bit, so I'm wondering if the tires might start to become a little bit of an issue with them running the bottom like this. And you can see these 4 guys are starting to pull away again from Zielinski and Dotson.
And I'm really impressed with the damage that Laughlin's cars got and Femi Olat's cars got. I'm really impressed with how they're able to stay ahead of Zielinski and Dotson when they have very, very little to no damage. Zielinski, I don't think Zielinski's got any damage on his car, and I know Jeff don't. So I don't know. This is pretty interesting.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, it could be with the damage, of course, but it's also the way this package is. It's hard to get a big run. The closing ring is not as good on these cars as they are with the Xfinity and the truck cars. And it's somewhat harder to get runs and maintain the draft in this pack. You got to be pretty precise with your lines. But you can see there, McMillan is right to the bumper of Bobby Maiden, and Sable's got a little bit of a gap here, so Maiden could possibly get a run on Sable, but you can see they separated there. And Maine just goes right to the bumper of Sable. So it looks like now they're going to try and ride this out a little bit. But the thing I'm starting to wonder now is, are these guys going to make it on field? Because we're about to come up with just over 20 laps to go in this one. And I'm wondering if fuel is going to be a factor. Because I remember I said earlier on that last caution, Sable was saving fuel.
He could have been doing that for a little added insurance there just to make sure, you know, but these guys all have to go by the lap car there. And boy, that really cost Jeff Dotson a lot. Just almost lost the draft right there.
Yeah, he backed out of the throttle quite a bit there. It looked like it in the corner of my eye there, but he might still be okay. Should be somewhat closer. I think he might still be all right to stay with these guys.
Yep. Bobby Maiden looking for any way he can get by Eric Sable. Eric says he thinks he's got a winning car here. He is back out front, and right now he has led 25 laps, the most of anybody out there today. So very possible he does have a winning car.
It's possible, but Maiden's the guy I've been seeing. He's been trying to make a lot of moves. I see him go up high. He tried crossovers. He almost wrecked Sable earlier when Sable threw a block on him and that allowed Zielinski and Olaf to get the run on the outside lane, but eventually they fell back. So I'm thinking Maiden's the guy who's probably going to be the key player in all this if these guys stay like this near the end.
Well, I don't expect Jeff to say anything, but I'm going to tell you what, I'm very proud of Jeff, the job that he has done to keep his car clean and be up here in the top 6. This is amazing. Just keep digging, brother. Keep digging. Keep digging. Ariotti and company back here now 10.4 seconds behind that lead pack. And so that damage on his car is obviously making that car a little bit slower back here, Jeff, or Brett.
Yeah, and there's only 4 cars in this group, and the guy's damage. Fred DeLosa is fairly clean. He has chances earlier, and they got Robin and Dunas with damage as well on their cars.
Yeah, they're just nowhere near as fast as that front group. I'm looking at Josh Robbins' time here at his speed about 199, 200. Let's see what he reaches when he gets into turn 3 here. About 203. Man, he did it at 205 there. But let's ride along with Eric Sable now coming around here through the front stretch. 199. Not quite as fast on that. Let's see what they are going into turn 3. Let's compare apples to apples here and see what they are going into turn 3. They're coming up on some lap traffic too. Yeah, see, they're only hitting about 203 maybe. So that's what I'm kind of wondering. It looks like they're about hanging just right now, about 10.4 seconds back. They're not gaining and they're not losing.
They're coming up on Adam Baker and Kyle Potts.
Oh, Kyle is back out on the track. All right. And they're really slow. They're going to stay up on the high side and let these guys go by. Eric Duck's out there trying to get a little draft off of them.
Yeah, Sable got up a little bit there. He was trying to get a draft, but that almost opened the door for Maiden. You saw Maiden before. He made some moves to try and get around Sable.
All right, they get around good and clear. Femio Lat, 4th place. There's the front 6 still out here way out ahead of Ariotti and them guys. Now they're kicking it up a notch. They have chopped down about 4/10 off of that lead, so they are coming. Now make that more net, because now they're down to 9.8 seconds, so they're closing that gap. 15 laps to go here, folks. And folks, we'll be up immediately after this here, so make sure you tune in right away. We'll be back here with 3 Wide Racing right after the SRA Cup Series here, so stay with us. You don't want to lose anything. We'll be up on the iRacing portal as well as Bobby Maiden takes a look, and he's probably getting to the point where he wants to start thinking about making that pass, and he is going to do it. He gets everybody to go with him.
He laid back and he got help from Lachlan McMillan. Sable tried to flood the block, but Bobby Maiden wanted none of it, and Bobby Maiden takes the lead.
And this is just the kind of racing that is in Bobby Maiden's wheelhouse right here. This is what he loves to do. Back out front now, hasn't led a whole bunch of laps here tonight. I believe he's led 7, coming to 8. Lachlan McMillan's still very fast.
Now remember though, earlier these 2 guys with the front 2, and McMillan went below the yellow line and made him want none of it. So it'll come interesting to see if these 2 guys fight out again for the win. But it looks like Stable, you got to do everything you can to get back up there.
It'll be at Pocono there, Noah. And Jeff Dotson and I will be in the booth giving you flag-to-flag coverage immediately after this. So Sable back to 3rd. Now he's thinking, boy, I made a mistake or something there, and these guys just really powered right around him. Zielinski ready to attack. They've got Femi Olat stuck on the outside. Jeff Dotson going with Femi. He pulls out and goes up high. 2 cars up there, I don't know. They need about 3 up there to do anything with Bobby Maiden.
Yeah, they need like Zielinski to get there, or Sable to lead this outside charge. But if Sable goes out there, expect Lachlan to go up and block him, or try and stay in line with him to get around Bobby Maiden.
And they've got a good run going here on the high side. Femi Olat and Jeff Dotson. This is getting good. It's getting good, and Femi Olat to the lead.
Sable's going to try and make it 3-1 almost, but he's going back to the inside line.
And I believe, yes, Femi did lead that lap. And now we got 3 up on the high side. Sable joins them.
They need more cars on the outside line to help them get the run off. Bobby Zielinski is the guy probably going to influence this whole thing. He's laying back just a little bit. He's going to go to the outside line and stay with Sable, and that's going to help Femi Olat take the lead.
And look at this here now. Oh, Sable ducks off. He says, no way. Oh, and Femi dumps off Jeff Dotson to take the lead. Jeff falls into 3rd behind Bobby Maiden. The opening was there, and he stuck it in there and made it work.
Coming up with the lap car, Chris Deshawn, but I just saw Lachlan McMillan. He fell back a ways. He fell all the way back to 6th. Now, I don't know if he was trying to do another setup or something was gone wrong with his car.
Well, that could be he's got out of that draft. See, he was mired in the draft, and his speeds were okay, but with that little bit of damage, I don't know. He may be struggling right now to keep up with them guys.
That kind of split off the field a little bit, because now it's 3 cars with Olat, Maiden, and Dotson, Sable, and Zielinski, and I don't think Lachlan can keep up with these guys. We might be down to 5.
Nothing really changed. Sable closing back up on Dotson, though. Him and Zielinski could be teaming up here to try to make a move. We've seen 2 cars work up there. Femi Olat, Jeff Dotson did it a little while ago, and once they got up there, boy, the whole field just started going up there behind them. But we've got a 5-car pull away now, and they have pulled way away from Lachlan McMillan. Ariotti, Josh Robin back here, 7th and 8th. Last one's on the lead lap, and they did close the gap up, but it's not going to be enough unless something really happens up front. They're down to 9 seconds behind the leaders, but not enough.
Well, I think the guy to really keep an eye on in this fight for the win has got to be Eric Sable. I mean, he and Bobby Zielinski caught onto the front fleet like almost nothing. But will he have Zielinski to help him get back up to the front, or is Zielinski going to say, no, I'm not going to help him, I'm going to do this with myself?
Yeah, that's something you never know. You know, you can have teammates out here, but when it comes down to the last couple of laps, boy, it's every man for himself.
Oh, Sable went to the outside, but Zielinski did not go with him. He almost got into Jeff Dotson as well. He goes back in line, but man looks to the outside for the lead. But he gets back in line.
Everybody's trying to figure out what they're going to have to do. They shuffle Sable back to 5th place. Sable trying to get Zielinski to go to the outside. Zielinski don't want no part of that right now. They're coming to 6 to go, this time by Femi Olat. Boy, and I'll tell you, if it finishes the way it is right here, this is going to be one heck of a good finish. But I think it's coming down. We get down to 5 to go, man. I'm telling you what, it's going to be all bets are off. It's go time. They've got to make something happen.
What I think is going to happen, if they get to less than 5 to go, they're probably going to ride like this as long as they can until at least 2 to go or the last lap. Because you try to make your move early, sometimes they make it too early, and they'll cost you in case of win. It's going to be a matter of timing, but my gut tells me they're going to wait like 2 to go.
Well, the guy that's led the most laps today, Eric Sable, 31 laps. Nobody can beat that. Femi Olat in the lead right now. Take a look at the race summary here today. We've had 4 cautions, folks, in 85 laps. In 85 laps. So that's not too bad. That's a pretty good race. Well, just looking at these front 5 here right now that are in this battle. Femi Olat started.
Eric Sable coming to pit road. He's got to take fuel.
Oh! Femi Olat will. He starts off here in 19th, has led 8 laps and running in front right now. Bobby Maiden started 8th, running in 2nd. Jeff Dotson started 24th, running in 3rd. Bobby Zielinski started 3rd and running in 4th. Those 4, any one of them 4 could come home with the victory here today. As Eric Sable had to pit, that's going to put him way back in 8th place. And boy, I don't know, it just looks like it's going to be follow the leader to the finish line right now. 3 to go, folks.
As of right now, yeah, it looks like they're going to fall with each other, but I'm just wondering if these guys can make it on field. You saw Sable had to pit for field. I'm wondering if they got to pit as well. Zielinski looks high. But he's got back in line.
Femi Olat looking for that white flag. And I don't know, man, I just don't know if I'd want to be that guy right now, you know, because you're out there, you know, them guys, you're a sitting duck. Everybody out there right now wants to pass you. And I just don't want to be in that position. I'd rather be like in 2nd or 3rd right now looking for a way to get by him.
I think the guy to keep an eye on is Bobby Maiden. Here comes Zielinski, the outside.
Yes, sir, they're going to go. Oh, they're getting a little touchy-feely up there right now, and Femi is trying to put the block on him. Jeff Dotson slips to the bottom, following in from behind. Femi Olat and they're going to be too wide coming down the stretch to get the white flag.
Maiden's got help with Zielinski on the outside line. Femi doesn't have a lot of help from Dotson, but the low line might help. Oh, I just think they with Maiden as they come out of turn 4. They're going to get the white flag this time.
Femi Olat still has the lead right here coming into the tri-oval, and he will take the white flag. One more lap to go here at Daytona for the season opener of SRA. This is great racing. You know, it's come down to 4 cars out here battling for the win, and I don't even know who can win this because a lot can happen in this lap.
Right now, looks like Bobby Maiden's chance to really get the win here. He's got help from Zielinski, but he's going to get sidetracked like crazy by Femi Olat as they go into turn 3 for the final time.
And Maiden with a little bit of a fender ahead of him. Coming to the stripe, who's it going to be? Maiden with about a half a car advantage, and it's going to be right there. We've got Bobby Maiden comes home to win. Femi Olat second, and Jeff Dotson third.
Dotson and Zielinski collide at the start-finish line, but Dotson does get in the top 3.
Yeah, let's go back and we'll check this out one more time from Jeff Dotson's point of view here. Let me see if I can get out here a little bit. Coming to the line, he's on the inside of Bobby Zielinski. Zielinski trying to get side draft at the best that he can. And right here's where they start getting a little touchy-feely. Jeff gets into the side of Zielinski, or Zielinski got into the side of Jeff, not sure, but Jeff beats him to the line by inches. I mean, it was like inches, just not even a half a car length. So, wow, what a finish, huh? Wow, that was crazy. Well, let's see if we can find Bobby Maiden real quick here and get him up here. Bobby Maiden. If you find him, let me know. There he is, I find him. Bobby Maiden, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, congratulations there, brother. Great win. And, boy, I'll tell you what, it was looking a little bleak there for a while from that run that Femi Olat had on the inside. Tell me about the race out there, them last few laps.
Oh, man, it was there wasn't a whole lot of cars left, so working the draft was going to be real important. And there was a few guys that had some damage, so I had to pick wisely who I wanted to work with. I can't thank Bobby Zielinski enough for working with me, popping on the outside. I knew Femi had a good run on the outside to pass for the lead. It was just timing, I guess, those last couple laps. This draft package is hard to work with, getting the run just right, poking out just right. So, yeah, definitely pretty pumped. First win SRA, so, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Well, which one is Freddie, or Femi? Is that Freddie's new people? Who is that? You guys got these names all messed up. Where's Femi Olat? Have you seen him?
He was up front with me for the last laps.
No, I mean in TeamSpeak here. I'm sorry.
I have no idea. I've not seen him.
Okay, well, we'll catch up with him. Well, great win out there. Anyhow, Bobby, congratulations to you. How's it make you feel winning the season opener here of the brand new season?
Great. Finally got that monkey off my back. I've been racing here for a while, on and off, and I'm making a dedicated full season this season. So it's nice to come out and get the opener win.
Absolutely, man. Well, great win. I know you got some people you want to thank.
Oh, definitely. I want to thank Bobby Zielinski for helping me out to the end, and even the little run we had with Lachlan, he still helped out, and Cal Putz and Dante Ballard at the beginning of the race. Unfortunately, they got taken out, but I'd like to thank all those guys who worked with me, and I guess we'll move on to the next week.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you next week, and congrats on your win, and thanks for talking with us, buddy.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Okay, well, I don't know where Femi is.
Young Fems is Femi Olat.
Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on a minute. I can't keep up with these guys. They change their names so much. Femi Olat, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, great run out there. It looked like you were going to have victory under your belt right there, but Bobby just got that run there coming off of turn 4. Tell us about that, about the ender of that race.
He got some outside. Couldn't really do much. I tried stopping around the backstretch, but he got the push. I didn't, and yeah.
Well, Jeff Dotson was trying to reel you in there. He was trying to keep up with you and help you a little bit, but well, you guys were so fast, and those guys, they took off to the outside, and Zielinski and everything, and they were working against you. You guys had left Sable and all that. He ran out of fuel, so that was just an absolutely great finish right there. You come home second today. I know you led 11 laps, started 19th on the field, and you come home in second. Is that a good finish for you, or are you ready to move on to next week?
Yeah, second's good. Could have been better. But, long season, we'll try to get one this season. 14 races to do it.
Oh, very good, very good. I know, all right. Well, you got somebody you want to thank?
I want to thank Lachlan there at the end of the race. He worked with me. Shout out to you for broadcasting. Shout out to the admins doing the work. Yeah.
All right, Femi. Well, we'll see you next week then. Congrats on second place.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that brings it to Jeff Dotson in the Band-Aid car. Jeff, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do, Rudy.
Well, your season debut here at SRA, and I know you're not going to race a full season here with these guys because you're going to be helping me in the booth, but you come home third tonight for your season opener, man. That is awesome. Started 24th, finished third. Man, tell me about your racing out there and how difficult it was to maintain where you were at.
Yeah, I'm actually, I'll try to run a full season over here as best as I can, unless, you're a little short-handed here, and there's a couple races that, I don't really want to, grasp into. I'll do that most of all. So, but yeah, the race tonight, I wasn't too fast in practice, and I was, drafting with a couple other guys there, and Trevor Pertelli told me that when I was drafting with him a few times there that I did blink out a couple times. I was in front of, there were a couple short, quick blinks, so I was kind of more worried about that than I was. So I kind of stayed out of the back of practice there for a little bit, and then when I got to qualifying, just car felt kind of slow, and the beginning of the race too, the car felt very slow, and I think what helped me was those unfortunate wrecks that happened there. I don't really know what happened there on that one. I know somebody blinked out, and I think that caused a crash, and then I also, the one there on that restart there where they delayed the green, that happened right behind me, and I looked in my rearview mirror and saw a huge pile up, and I didn't know what happened there either. So I think the unfortunate wrecks there was what helped me get to the front, and once I got up there with the guys that were fast, I actually caught them pretty quick, and I was actually just kind of shocked that I could stay with them. And like you guys were talking about in the broadcast tonight, it was very, very hard to, catch the draft if you were just a little click off of the cars, and it was very hard to suck up to them. You had to know what lane to choose, and you had to know a line to run right behind one of the cars just in order to suck up to them. So I just want to apologize to Bobby there in the 5 car. I did watch the replay, and I moved up just a tight bit and snagged him, and man, I hate a race to end that way, but it's a third place finish, and I'll take it. But I apologize to you, Bobby, and hopefully we can go into next week and have a race good around each other, not have that problem happen again. So
all right, Jeff. Well, great job out there tonight. Very proud of you, bro, coming home third. And it's just one of them racing deals. When you're coming to the stripe, man, for the last lap, anything goes, And I mean, I know you don't want to take somebody out in the process to get that position, but great run tonight, finishing third. I know you got somebody you want to thank.
Yeah, thank you and Brett there for letting me stay here in the chat and listen to you guys broadcast, and for you guys broadcasting the race here. And thanks to Bobby and the guys over here at SRA for letting me run this season. And hopefully, we'll have some more races to come. And I look forward to next week and see what we can do.
Okay, Jeff, thanks for talking with us, and congrats again on third. All right, let's run down through the results here, folks. Bobby Maiden coming home with the win here tonight. His first win, he said, with SRA. That's pretty awesome. A good race to do it in. Femio Lap finishes second. Jeff Dodson third. Bobby Zielinski fourth. Ariotti fifth. Lachlan McMillan finishing sixth. Josh Robbins seventh. Eric Sable running out of fuel there, really low on fuel, and had to pit there close to the end of the race. He will finish eighth. Chris DeJong, first car lap down, finishes ninth. Barry Leclerc 10th. Freddie Della Rosa in 11th. Kane Cook 12th. Sean Williams 13th. Kyle Putz 14th. Adam Baker 15th. Derek Bordeaux 16th. Spencer Owens 17th. Caden Henry 18th. Delonte Ballard 19th. Nathan Dunas in 20th. Logan Clampa finishing 21st. Trevor Pertelli 22nd. Anthony Emery 23rd. Caleb Eisenhower in 24th. Mr. Beach finishing 25th today. Ryan Hunt 26th. Randy Roberts 27th. Bobby Cheney with a terrible finish here this week in 28th. David Shutt 29th. Dwayne Culberson 30th. Ronnie Norman finishing 31st. Daniel Losi 32nd. And Nevian Robinson finishing 33rd on the field. So again, congratulations to Bobby Maiden for the season opener here of SRA. We will see you next week back here, folks, but we'll be immediately right up here with another race with three wide racing at Pocono. So Gen 6 cars at Pocono. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be back up in just a few minutes, and thanks for watching tonight. And till then, stay safe and have a good night.